Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful, blessed day and or night. Yeah, this is gonna be very first commentary video. Not sure how to do these, but I want to give it a shot. Diversify the content a little bit, all that good old shenanigans. But yeah, today's video, I want to talk about summer jobs, why you should get them, why they're so much fun, especially if you have friends in summer jobs. Now, me personally, I work at a church camp. It's a whole lot of fun. All my friends just basically working with friends makes the job so much easier, because like you may hate the job and it may be like taxing on your soul, but if you have friends, like it just makes it so much better because you can just like make jokes, goof around, and then maybe even possibly do the bare minimum and all that. And if you like work the same shift as like your best friend and all that, like you're just chilling, you're just vibing. It's a good time. It's like not even work at that point. You're just having fun with your friend while getting paid. I mean, like sure, there are like some times where like it can just be a pain, like kids not acting up or parents or customers, like in a different sense, like customers getting all like annoyed and all that, and then that in that case, that's where I understand you not wanting to get a job and all that. But you gotta get paid, you gotta get the monies, especially if you want to go hang out with the friends. You gotta have the money, the cash to get the food, get the gas money and all that, especially if you have a car of your own, all that. But I digress. Tangent over with, and I fell. Let's go. I digress though. But basically, my experience with the summer job has not been a bad one, and I'll tell you my most favorite recent experience with the summer job, and that's when I went to court. I went to court at my job, not for like an actual legal reason. Disclaimer: this wasn't for like an actual legal reason. Please, government, don't come find me. Let me give context, I guess. So context is, we have these rules on where we have flags hanging down from the ceiling, and the campers would like try and touch the flags and all that intentionally. So then we had to implement rules that if you touch the flag, then your team will lose all your points and all that. So I am a tall boy, and my head automatically hits the flag and all that. So, and also one of my other friends is also around the same height as me, like also like a little bit taller. So we got an exception on touching the flags, but it was not specified what body part and all that. So one fateful day, I think it was on a Thursday, after work, me and my friend were chilling with the kids, and the kids were trying to get her to touch the flag. So I chimed in and started choked on my own spit. Love when that happens. But I also tried joining in, playing with the kids, having fun, doing all that good stuff as a counselor should, engaging with the kids. But I inevitably touched the flag, and I was like, oh. So then everyone starts panicking. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, he touched the flag. Mr. Pug touched the flag. And I was like, no, like making up all these excuses and everything. So then I said with full confidence, I'm going to take this to court. Then my friend goes, all right, bet, let's settle this in court. And surprisingly, the assistant director said, okay, let me let the director know, and then we'll have this set up for tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like I didn't think that like they would actually like take that seriously. But I'm like, shoot, let's do it. I'm gonna make a whole PowerPoint and everything. Like I'm taking this seriously, and all that. Like, cause I didn't think my friend was gonna take it seriously, or anything like that. But I get a text from her. I get a text from our director, and they're all like, all right, so we'll have the That sucks. So I get a text from my director, and she tells us in a group chat to me and my friend, and she says, all right, so you guys can ask for certain documents if you need. That'll help you in the case and all that, and we will have the case held tomorrow morning during like such and such time. And in my head, I'm just like, okay, so we are actually doing this. I'm getting hyped, like I'm getting excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're actually doing this. This is like so cool. I didn't think yes. And then I get a text from my friend, and she's like, you're gonna get smoked. I'm like, okay. And then she tells me that she has watched like almost every single episode of Law and Order. I'm like, I've never watched Law and Order in my life. What do you mean? And like she's also like really smart too and all that. And so like, and I'm just a small little bean. I don't know what I'm doing. I just thought, ooh, funny, haha. Make PowerPoint to try and get out of a punishment and all that. Everyone's taking it seriously. I'm like, oh my gosh. I stayed up till 1:45 that night working on the PowerPoint. I was stressing. I was asking for all the documents. Like I felt so cool. I asked my friend to give me a testimony and everything. I was just like, oh my gosh. And what really didn't help the confidence was when I get a text from my friend, and she goes, yeah, I'm not stressing too hard. I didn't put as much effort into it, so like nothing too crazy. And I'm just like, great, love to hear it. That's what I need to hear at 1:45 in the morning. That is amazing. So I wake up the next day, and I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, do I defend myself or do I ask for a lawyer? What do I do in this situation? What is the main goal? What do I do? So I'm cruising up to work. I'm listening to some music. I'm going over the notes in my head, thinking about what I want to argue, thinking on what I want to ask the witnesses, because yes, we did have witnesses. Like I said, this was very official. I even dressed up. I dressed up in like an all black, and I had like one of those fake tuxedo shirts. I think I'll put a picture up on screen. With like gold imprint on it and all that, and it was official. Like I was dressing up. I pulled up to work. My director laughed for how I dressed. To be fair, that's valid. Why am I fumbling the bag? And then I immediately go and talk to my lead counselor that I work with, my other friend. And so I walk up to her. I'm just like, will you help defend me? She goes, yeah, I got you. So I show her the PowerPoint and all that. We're talking and everything. My other friend walks in, and she's all dressed up, all formal. She has printed out papers and everything. And I am just in my little brain going, man, I lost. Like, I knew for a fact I lost. Like, there was so much evidence against me. And I was just like, yeah, no, I for sure lost. Why am I even doing this? But I was like, and I thought to myself, I'm like, because it was funny. It was funny, and there was no way that I would be able to do this in another million years. So let's see what happens. So, after some time of getting everything set up, getting the jury. By the way, we had the campers as the jury, the kids, which I thought was really cool. A good way for them to be engaged in the court session. The lead director was the judge, not intimidating at all. And yeah, I think, and then we also had a bailiff. It was one of the other counselors. And then also like someone who writes out all the words that have been said, like all the evidence and everything. So that was pretty funny. And then we also had one of the campers be the artist. That I don't really know what they're supposed to do, like drawing it, wise or anything like that. Like I don't understand that point, but I guess it's still like signify, or I guess illustrate what happened in the court at that time or something. I'm not entirely sure, but anyways, court starts. I'm sitting there, I'm acting all serious and everything, like I'm taking this seriously. I'm stone cold face, and we call up the first witness, my friend, the prosecutioner. She goes up, she starts asking all these questions, and yeah, no, she took it so seriously, and I'm just like, I forgot to I forgot to tell my lawyer what questions to ask the witness. So she just goes up there, and then the bag was fumbled. Like, she didn't know what questions to ask. She asked one question. The question was not, or the answer that was given was not the right answer. And then she just sat back down. And I was all like, what are you doing? And then I look up and I look over at the jury, and then one of my campers, one of the kids they look after, she's just full on raising her hand already. I just burst out laughing. I thought that was the funniest thing, because apparently she already filled up her entire paper just for those 3 questions alone. And I was told that after like the first 3 questions that the prosecutioner said, she already wrote out in big letters, guilty. She already thought that was guilty, and I was like, okay. So anyways, after like some back and forth of asking more witnesses and all that, and telling my lawyer what questions to ask and then what to ask after those questions depending on the answers and everything like that, I'm starting to lose hope. Like, I'm not winning this case. I had faith for like a good, like, before the trial started, because, you know, she gave me confidence. She was like, I got you, I know what I'm doing, I am really good at arguing and all that. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. All that faith went out the window. All the hope just left, and I was like, this is not going great. This is not going well. So we took a recess, and I was debating on firing my lawyer. Everyone was like, did you fire her yet? I'm like, no. Stop asking me. I don't know yet. And then eventually I found out that I can still defend myself while also having her as my second chair. And I was like, yes, I want to do that. So after the recess, I go back, and I'm now defending myself. I am asking the questions. I am presenting the evidence. It is going crazy, and I am popping off. I'm not doing any better, but I feel like I'm doing better because I'm asking the question myself, and I know how to improvise just a little bit better, have a little bit more confidence in myself. And if I mess up, then I know that's on me, and I am okay if I mess up myself, because then I know that no one else messed it up. And that, yeah. Anyways, so we're going back and forth presenting the evidence. The PowerPoint that she presented, I was like, oh my gosh. Why? Why am I going up against this? Because at the end of the day, like, as I went to go and prepare for the trial, I jokingly stated, hey, $20 for anyone who says that I'm not guilty, as a joke. She apparently screenshots that conversation. I'm like, oh my gosh, because we had a big group chat with all the other counselors and everything. I'm like, objection, Your Honor. That was taken out of context. Also, because I knew that she was gonna screenshot it and everything. So I instinctively, and I want to say quite big brain of me, also messaged for the books, for the records, this is a joke. I do not have enough $20 to give out. But she didn't screenshot that. So then I show the lawyer the screenshotted evidence that I said for the books, for the records. And I got off the hook, and it worked out. So I didn't get like anything against that. More evidence goes back and forth, more bickering goes back and forth, till the final closing statement. Her closing statement was really good. But what really kind of confused me was that they kind of changed the trial in from do I deserve a punishment to did I touch the flag, which I did openly like admit that hey, I did touch the flag. I did do that. Which is kind of funny of me. Like I didn't even realize I like really did that until like I said it and I was like, "Oh. Well, I mean, no one's really going to notice, so that's fine." But she noticed and she like brought it up in her closing statement and everything. So I'm just like, okay. That's not really good. So I do the only logical thing and improvise my closing statement. So I improvise. And basically, my brain just died. Basically what I said was, did I touch the flag? Yeah. But this trial was to determine if I get a punishment or not. Not whether or not I touch the flag, not whether or not we know the definition of touch/brush or anything like that. Wait, how did you... What? A whole point, bruh. Oh. Sorry. I was like, I even admitted it again. Yes, I did touch the flag. But this is not what the trial was about. And like, I was going off. And the thing that boosted my ego so much was that I saw legit head nods from the jury and the other campers, like in the crowd, in the spectators, watching the thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're listening. They're paying attention. They know what I'm saying. They know what I'm doing. This is awesome. So I finished the closing argument with the best possible response to any argument, whether it is a well thought out argument or not. I had put up on the screen as my last slide of evidence a giant nuh-uh. And I looked dead at my friend. I was like, and to you, my final words are nuh-uh. And it worked. Somehow it worked. At the end of the day, we read out the jury's decision. The jury had gone out and discussed their final decision somewhere else right after the trial. And they plead me not guilty. I mean, like, look at it. I got the picture. I'll put it up in editing so y'all can see. And I won. The trial was won. I did it. I won my very first court case. Really don't want to do it again. And if I am going to do it again, then I'm going to have my friend as my lawyer. Just so that I don't have to deal with setting up my own defense case. Or I'm just going to get an actual lawyer. I'm gonna spend real money for a court case that doesn't even matter to get an actual lawyer the next time I have to go to court at my church camp. And I will do it. It'll be worth it. It will be so worth it. Yeah, no. Later on in the day, it was apparently I was told that the reason why they said that I wasn't guilty was just so that I wouldn't get a punishment. Because they felt bad for me. I was like, oh, they like me. They like me enough to not give me a punishment. And I was like, oh, thanks, guys. Because the punishment that we gave to one of my other friends, this is a completely different friend. I had sent a picture of him touching the flag to our director, jokingly. I even asked him, I was like, hey, should we send this to her? And even he was all like, yeah, let's do it. How did I fall there? And then he got a punishment. And I was like, oh, okay. My bad, bruh. But like he was totally chill about it. But the punishment was we got to saran wrap his car, and then like use like chalk markers and all that, which are washable. And then like wrote on the saran wrap and a little bit on his car, but we cleaned it up and all that. And then we also filled his car with balloons. It was very funny. I enjoyed it a lot. He was for sure surprised, maybe also like a little bit stressed because it was his parents' car, and oops, and yeah. But it all worked out in the end. So now we know you don't touch the flags. That's gonna do it for today's commentary video and for the first commentary video of the channel. And if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know how you did. Also let me know what other videos you would like to see, or if you would like to see any more commentary videos of this one. And also, I would like to say, in conclusion of today's video, get a summer job with your friends. Be a whole lot of fun, be awesome, and make their work life just that easier. Be sure to go check out the socials, and be sure to check out this YouTube short about a tournament idea I have in mind, but I need your guys' help for it, so go check that out. Also be sure to check out this other video, and yeah.